As soon as he's done eating, he said that he's gonna pop up and hang out with us here for a little bit. Anyways, guys, do make sure that we're double tapping away on that phone screen if you're voting for Trump. Make sure to let me know in the comment section literally right now. Also, guys, if you do want to support me, my Venmo as well as my PayPal are in my bio. I get 100% of the proceeds on those platforms. So please, do hop in if you do want to support me. Right, feel free to. We got our next guest loading up right now, guys. Spam MAGA down below if you do want to come up and debate. We got Drake Munster loading up into the live literally right now. Everyone do just be patient. And guys, if you're in here, make sure to hit that follow button. And go like my recent video. I posted a TikTok about me reacting to another Jubilee clip. Go like it up. What's going on, Drake? Are you voting for Trump?
Yes, sir. Can I actually start out by giving you a compliment as well?
One
compliment.
If you wanna.
Yeah. I watched your video on what is it, Jubilee on YouTube?
Yeah.
Where you went up against the 20 conservatives, and I'm a conservative as well, and I think you did really well in that. I just want to, and I said that, I'm saying that mainly because of the fact that you were very patient with not interrupting people and stuff like that. And I watch you on here a lot, and a lot of times on here you're mute and interrupting people, so it just was nice to see you in a different light.
I appreciate you. So why are you voting for Trump?
I like his policies.
Okay. What's one policy of his that you like?
I like, for instance, right now he's offering, he wants to stop tax and tips. One of the big ones, which is a new one, is he wants to stop doing taxes on overtime. I like that because that would help me a ton.
So here's the issue with his policies. I don't think he's actually going to implement them because he has no plan how he wants to pay for them. So these all play into his broader tax reform policy. The CBO and the Treasury indicated that it would have cost $4 trillion, like before he announced no tax on tips, overtime, and Social Security. Now it's closer to $5 trillion. Where's this money going to come from? Because if you can't indicate to me where this money's going to come from, I'd say that we have no reason to believe that he's actually going to implement it.
Yeah, I don't know that either. I mean, even when he stated it, I was like, that's going to be tough because I'm pretty anti-government, so I don't think that they would pass it anyway because of all the money that they would lose.
Yeah. So
like
now that we know
idea.
he probably won't implement this policy, why are you going to vote for him?
Because I at least feel that he's honest with the idea that he wants to implement those policies. I just don't know. And also, I'm not in government, so I have no idea how he would go about trying to pass those. I mean, I know another thing that he stated before is term limits for Congress. And a lot of people have tried to run on that premise as well. And I mean, you see how far that's gotten as well.
Okay, God, I want to give every person in America $1 million. Would you vote for me over Trump?
No, because I just don't think that sounds logical.
Okay, I mean, if it's something that like I feasibly can't do, it wouldn't give you reason to vote for me. Just like we can feasibly believe that he won't be able to, and he won't pass like no tax on tips or overtime. Thereby, this doesn't give you reason to vote for him.
What do you think that Kamala is going to be able to not have taxes on tips? Because she's touting that as well.
Yeah, because she's announced how she wants to pay for her tax policy. So her tax plan is estimated to cost $2.4 trillion over 10 years, and we know exactly how she's going to pay for it. And that was my main contention with Trump's tax plan. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Would you ever vote for a candidate that is called all black people lazy?
When has he said that?
1991. Oh, would you ever vote for a candidate that wanted to totally and completely shut down all new Muslims from coming into our country, or raped a woman, or try to overthrow a federal government? Yes, no, maybe
As far as raping a woman, he was only found in a civil court. So technically, to me, that's not an actual guilty, because that's like it's almost like the same thing as if someone were to sue you.
Sienna, thank you for the $10 on Venmo, saying I would frick you without question. Thank you for the $10 donation. Okay, so if civil courts don't determine the defendant to be guilty, if you had a 7-year-old daughter that had babysitter and you figured out that the babysitter had been held liable for raping another 7-year-old girl, would you still allow them to continue to babysit your kid?
If it was in a civil court, it would depend on the circumstances. Because, so to me, it's just weird because of the fact
Why can't you just be, like, semi-rational? Why can't you just be like,
well, because it's weird to me that it comes so long after the incident. Does that make sense? So, like, I read Clarence Thomas's book, for instance, and the same thing happened with him and Hill. Is that her name, Hill or Hall? Um, like, so I just don't know. Like, it's very easy to go get someone to be like, "Hey, we need you to say this," and for someone to say that. I just don't. I'm not fully trusting individuals
So
who.
you're saying that it's weird that it came a long time after. 63%
Correct.
of women who get raped never report it to the authorities in their lifetime. We shouldn't be victim blaming one that waited 23 years. And it shouldn't be weird to you that victims wait to come out. That's just a result of grape culture and social pressures that exist. So,
Yeah, and I'm not blaming her. I'm just saying, me
you
personally,
literally
I
are.
just
You just brought up the fact that you don't believe the court. You don't believe her because she waited. That is victim blaming, yeah.
that's not victim blaming though. That's just saying that I don't believe her. Victim blaming would be like, oh,
So,
well,
can
she
you name one
deserves what
piece
she
of
got.
evidence that she submitted into the courtroom to prove to the jury that Donald Trump raped her?
I didn't follow any of the trial because, again, I didn't believe it right from the gate. Now, for instance, if it
I have
was
a
somebody,
question for you now. If, would it be fair for me to say that all the food in your refrigerator is spoiled?
did you say would it be fair for you to say that?
Yeah, like right now, all the food in your refrigerator is spoiled.
I mean, you could say that, but
Yeah, would I be
it's not.
justified and fair in saying that?
It'd be a weird statement. I mean, why would you be saying that?
Oh, because I just believe that all the food in your fridge is spoiled. But obviously, a response that you could give me right now is that, oh, I'd have no reason to believe that all the food in your fridge is spoiled because I don't know you, I don't know where you live, I've never been in your house, and I've never opened your fridge. I lack the necessary information to come to the conclusion that all the food in your fridge is spoiled. But very similar to how I've never opened your fridge, therefore I don't know the food is spoiled, you've never read the court documents, so therefore you don't know that E. Jean Carroll is a liar. Right, the bare minimum information that you must necessarily require and possess to determine that E. Jean Carroll lied about Donald Trump raping her was the evidence she used to justify her claim. Clover, I appreciate you for the $5, and Sienna, I appreciate you for another $5. You guys are awesome, quite frankly. Thank you for the love. And he is silent. He is so silent. I'm getting a little bit
Yeah, I
tired.
was just thinking.
Emily, thank you for the $10 on Venmo. I'm sorry, PayPal. I appreciate you for the love. Thank you so much. Let's get some W's for Emily down below. Go ahead, man.
Well, I did. I mean, I've heard a little bit here and there. Like, for instance, I heard that it happened in a department store. So that was questionable to me. But then a lot of people have said even that they weren't even in a department store together. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's one of those
Hey,
things.
Parker.
I didn't
When does
care
your man
enough.
get unbanned? Parker? Parker!
Hello.
Yo, when does your man get unbanned?
Let me check. I think it's like here within like 2 hours or something.
Fire.
Let me
Fire.
check. I randomly got signed out of my main account on my phone. It was really weird.
That is a little weird. Can I have you debate Drake while I go in the other room and I get a snack?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Drake. Drake, buddy, you there?
I'm here. This is gonna be fun.
Okay. Yeah. So, why are you voting Trump?
I'll be right back, chat.
I complimented Dean on his Jubilee performance, but I was also going to say with you and Charlie Kirk, you didn't do well at all.
Joe, thank you for the $10 on
makes you
Venmo.
think
I
that,
appreciate
bud?
you for the love, Joe. All right, I'll be right back.
Drake, you want to respond? What makes you think that?
What makes me think that you didn't do well? Just a lot of word salad and a lot of talking over people. Like, I watched Dean on Jubilee, and he did really well with just like letting people talk. And I feel like when people do that, you're actually listening more to learn rather than listening to respond. And I feel like a lot of times when you just go blah blah blah, blah and a whole lot of questions and word salad just means like you're not there at all to learn from the other person. You're just there to try to prove a point.
When you say word salad, you're just saying that you didn't listen to anything that I said and you just want to portray it as bad. Okay, so give me something specific that you disagreed with what I said, because me interrupting isn't a bad thing because you didn't have a disagreement with Charlie interrupting.
A lot of the red herrings that you threw out there that I mean were actually red herrings.
Can you give me an example?
Like changing the subject. A lot of times you kept going back to Christianity a lot.
Can you give me like an example where I brought up Christianity that it was irrelevant to the topic?
I'd have to bring the video up again. I mean,
Well,
I
because
don't.
in both of those circumstances, I was either testing his definition of what a scam is, right, or I was having a conversation about what he thinks a woman is. right? Or a man, sorry. So like both of those were relevant to the topic.
Yeah, but the topic on church is not every church charges people to come.
Yeah, I never said that. Right? But like some do. So are those churches scams?
I mean,
then-
I would
So
feel
then it
like
comes
some-
down to
I
what
feel like
church is scam
Scientology
and what
is.
church is not. Right? Like, and he's not willing to say that all churches are a scam like that because it makes him look bad. So that's
Yeah.
the point of me using that example of what a scam is based upon his definition. It was to make him obviously feel uncomfortable with saying like, oh, I think it's a scam. That's why I give it as an example. You just think I'm like changing the topic for some reason? No, it's very relevant to the definition of scam that he brought up. So can you tell me like what word salad you're referencing?
I just can't remember everything that you said, but I know that like a lot of times in there it was like a question, and then the minute he started to talk, it was another different question, and then another different question. I mean, yeah, I'm not
Like
saying
this
that,
is just
I guess
extraordinarily
you're
vague.
right.
I just want like a specific.
It probably wasn't word salad. It was probably more just like a lot of talking over. So I misspoke when I said word salad. So
I mean, it's not even just word salad. It's just something that you disagree with. So you call it word salad because you don't want to actually engage with the content material of what I had to say. And I said it fast.
yeah, well, yeah, you did talk very fast.
Turn the speed down.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. All right. So like, what's the reason you're voting Trump?
I just like I said to him, I said policy, but I will also say I just think he's an altogether better person.
He's a better person. Okay, he's a better person even though he's been held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman. He tried to coup the country. He tried to restrict women's access to abortion, called for complete and total shutdown of Muslims entering the country, says he has sex in common with his daughter, said yeah to Howard Stern calling his daughter a piece of ass, calls his daughter voluptuous, which means sexually attractive, says he walks into the changing rooms of naked teenage girls because he quote-unquote owns the place, said Kamala Harris was born mentally incompetent. Right? Born mentally incompetent. Just recently. That was something that he just said. Can you tell me what that means?
I'll break those down one by one. As far as the civil liability, like I already talked to Dean about that earlier. That's like suing someone. So, like, and everybody in the comments said the same thing. I didn't believe her out the gate just because I don't believe something that happened that long ago. And not only that,
Really? So if someone was assaulted 30 years ago and they didn't come out with it, you're saying you won't ever believe it?
I could. I just didn't believe it at the time. Like I didn't
You
believe
could?
it.
What do you
right
mean you
when she
could?
came out the gate.
Addison,
it would
think of the
depend-
$4.
It would depend on if I was interested in the trial and I went and listened to the evidence and it made sense to me. But like I've
Thanks for
heard that a
paying
lot of the
Jellyfish, thank you.
testimony has changed. And then not only that, but it was a long time ago. Not only that, he's a high, like basically high end politicians. So there's definitely reason to want to ruin him, if that makes
Dean,
sense.
what the fuck are you eating?
It's called shepherd's pie. It's essentially a mix of green beans, cheese, beef, mushroom, and mashed potato.
What the fuck?
It's
Oh,
really
that
good.
is such a weird combo, bro.
No,
Okay,
it's
maybe
great.
I'm weird, but like, okay,
It's so good.
I don't know. I think that's a weird combo, bro. Dude. All right, yo, Drake, what were you saying?
I was just saying from the time it was, you know, how long ago it was. And not only that, but my opinion has definitely been swayed because I've also read Clarence Thomas's book with Annie Hill, and the things that she did to him as well. And after reading his book, I didn't believe her either. So I recognize how easily it is for someone to try to character defame as well by using accusations like this.
This isn't even. She held him civilly liable in a civil court, right, unanimously by a jury of 9 people, and it was proportionally likely based upon the society that there were multiple MAGA and independents. So like, the likelihood that it's true is very high, and you're just not accepting it for no reason. Can you tell me any of the evidence submitted in the case that you disagree with?
Like I said to him earlier, I haven't paid attention to the case because right out the gate, I just didn't believe her.
So yeah, that's just you being partisan. I'm sorry, but like this is exactly the reason why I come on these lives is because that type of dumb shit that you just said, right, is the reason why this society goes towards worse rather than towards better. Because you're not critically thinking at all. You're just following because you
Ash, thank
fucking
you for the
like
sub.
this guy already. That's such a fucking ridiculous thing to do. Like that actually, do you know how much that hurts society to think that way? Because you're literally following them like a cult. That's cult behavior, dude. You're following not based upon reason, but based upon feeling. Right?
No,
What happened to facts over feelings?
technically I'm kind of weighing it like a judge because it's either the person who is charged, for civilly raping someone or someone else who wants to unalive babies. I mean, so it's
Oh, okay. So
fair.
wait, how do you feel about do you think it's valuable because of life at conception?
I believe in like the day after pill. I don't think it should ever get down to like
No,
not.
no, I'm asking, do you think that's, yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm asking, do you think that it's valuable because of life at conception?
Yeah. Yes.
James, thank you
Yeah,
for
okay.
the $50 on Venmo, saying before you vote, watch Fight Like Hell and Stop the Steal.
if it's
Keep up the great work. Thank you, James, for the $50.
if
I
it's
apologize,
valuable
Parker.
because of life at conception, are you saying that Trump is advocating for our government to pay for murder because he wants IVF?
I never even looked into IVF, and also he just wants to bring it back to the states.
Are you, no, I'm asking, are you saying that he wants our government to pay for murder?
I don't feel IVF is.
And you'd rather vote for the guy that wants to pay for murder?
Kate, thank you for the $20 on Venmo. I appreciate you for the love, Kate. Thank you so much. W's for Kate down below, guys. That is Kate with a K.
I don't
You'd
feel.
rather vote for the candidate that wants to pay for murder rather than the person that wants to let people choose what happens with their body?
Again, I don't think that IVF is murder.
Oh, wait, but I thought it was murder because of life at conception. Because that creates more zygotes that they don't use. They don't use all the zygotes.
Isn't IVF what for women that are struggling to get pregnant?
Emily,
Is
think of
it
the $20. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
in vitro?
Janine, think of
Is
the
that-
$2.50. In vitro, it does help people get pregnant. I appreciate the sunglasses. But the point is that it creates more zygotes. I don't care about the zygotes. But you do. You think they're people. So you think it's state-sponsored paying for murder. And you're voting for it. Because Trump wants to pay for IVF.
Emily, thank you for the $20 on PayPal. W's for Emily in the chat. Thank you so much for the love, Emily. Massive W's for Emily down below. Thank you so much.
How are you okay with murdering all those people who are single-cell organisms? That's so terrible of you. Paying for that? That's gross. You should be sick of yourself. All those single-cell organisms, they're going to die.
Again, I still like I said, I'm not against IVF. I don't know, and I don't consider that murder. I don't have an.
Okay, so it's wait, so why is abortion in the first trimester murder?
I believe that, like I said, I'm okay. It's a tough one. I'm okay with like day after pill, but like, I definitely don't think after the heartbeat you should be having an abortion.
Oh, okay. So why heartbeat? Wait, if a family has an individual in their family that's brain dead, should they be able to pull the plug?
No. I mean, it would be up to them, but I would say no.
No? You should be forced to keep them on life support even though they're brain dead until they decompose?
Guys, I'm 800 followers away from
Yeah, I think it would be up to
890,000.
them.
Hit the follow button. If 800 people did that right now, we'd be at
But I wouldn't agree with it.
890,000.
What, Drake?
I think it would be up to them, but I wouldn't agree with it.
Okay, so then why can't we say the same thing about abortion? It should be up to the woman, but you would not agree with it.
Literally, bro. Dude. Wait, here, one sec. I'm gonna turn my light on. Give me one sec.
Go ahead, Dre. Go ahead and answer the pressing question. Ehart, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. W's for Ehart in the chat.
Because I just
Drake.
don't agree with it. I don't
Drake,
know, and
you
then I
gotta
also, like,
answer. The pressing question.
So I also heard a woman say this, and I really liked this.
No, I
She-
don't want you to pivot. I don't want
Okay,
you to pivot.
okay, so I'm
If
gonna
the
agree
life
with a
of a
woman-
fetus is just as valuable as the life of a brain dead patient, and it is just as wrong to terminate the life of the fetus as it is wrong to terminate the life of the brain dead patient, and you disagree with terminating the life of a brain dead patient, yet you think the family should have a choice, wouldn't you say, to be logically consistent, that you disagree with abortion, yet you think the woman should have a choice?
Okay, I'll pivot a little bit. I'm either all in on abortion or all out. And what I mean by that is if a woman can
All
abort,
right, pull out, bud. Pull out. Okay, everyone tap that screen. Let's get to 3 million likes. Share the live as well, everyone. It will help get out to more people.
Isaiah, thank you for the $5. Should we move on to our next guest? This guy's kind of...
Yep. This guy's like weirdly like going out. Yeah, I'm like, okay, bro. Let's just go talk to someone else.
Let's go get our next guest. We got Elon Musk in the queue.
Bro, no way.
No way, Elon Musk.
Tony Stark's in the chat. I'm just kidding.
Maddie, thank you for the
Keith, thank you for the
manifesting.
$5 for Taldini the cash app. Emily, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much, Emily.
Let's see what we got, guys. Today's actually been a pretty decent day. I've been a little bit hungry, but I did just eat. I really like co-hosting with you, Parker, because it gives me like a second to breathe when I need it.
No,
I feel like after 3 hours on live, 3 hours is where I start
like
struggling.
it just eases you a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Guys, dude, spam mag down below in that chat if you're voting for Trump. We're gonna go ahead and get our next guest up in here literally right now, everyone. Also, do double tap away in that phone screen, share at that live as well. And I appreciate everyone for the follows. We are on the home stretch to 1 million, but the followers really slowed down from the Jubilee post, so now it's just gonna be a grind on the lives every day. Alicia, hi, are you voting for Trump?
I just wanted to say I love you guys.
You're great,
Love you too,
Alicia.
appreciate the glowing jellyfish. Thank you so much. I
You're
appreciate it.
great. We got our next guest, John
Love everyone,
Stinky
love
loading up in.
everyone.
Thank you for the hand arts, LT, and Isaiah. Thank you for the little crown, LT with hand arts once again. You guys are great. If you want to directly support either myself or Parker, our Venmos, Cash Apps, PayPal's are on the bio. That's how we are able to come on live and do this every single day without a real job and without a life, is because
No
we are
real
totally
job. No real job.
reliant
It's not real.
on y'all. It's not real. It's all fake.
It's a fake job. This is not a
Luba,
real
thank you
job.
for the $6 and the 66 cents on Venmo, saying that a shepherd's pie is so good, Parker's tripping. He's probably just never had it before. Oh God, we're doing that thing again. No way, we're doing that again. Oh God, Jesus Christ, dude. I'm sorry, Parker. Hi, Martin. Are you voting for Trump? Martin, Gabe, hi. Are you voting for Trump? Come back, Parker. I'm sorry. 1 second. Are you voting for Trump?
I'm definitely not voting for Kamala. I'm just trying to get as smart as I can so that when I'm voting, I know what it is that I'm voting for. Because I was thinking about voting for Trump.
TikTok
now-
needs to fix their shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to pivot away now. I was talking to my parents about it, and they're voting for Kamala. So I'm just thinking about it. I was looking into Kamala. There's a lot of things about her that are unknown. I think the unknowns are just kind of pushing me away from voting for her because we've seen a
Like
lot
what
of things.
unknowns?
I guess I would just say just how she's going to run the country, how she's going to change things. Because how things are right now is chaotic. but we know
what
it,
specific
you know?
what proposed policy does she have to change the country that you think makes her a bad candidate?
I don't know. I don't think it makes her a bad candidate. Just more so.
Okay, dude,
I just
stop.
don't-
You're telling us that Kamala Harris would be bad for the country because of what she wants to do for it. Tell
Luba,
us what
thank you for the
policy she has proposed that is
$6.66.
bad.
L Parker Shepherd Pie Rules. That's crazy.
I could
Isaiah, thank you for the
hear
$5. Thank you so much.
I couldn't hear the end part of what you said. Say it again.
You said she's a bad candidate because of what she wants to do to the country. In other words, her platform is bad. What about her platform? What about her proposed policy is bad?
Yeah. Well, I actually never said that she was bad. I
think
said
so,
there were a
Dominic.
lot of unknowns.
Okay.
So,
dude,
and I don't.
Dude, you, be specific or I'm kicking you. I
Okay.
appreciate you for the cap.
Okay, cool. So the policies that Trump has brought in, like the Elder Abuse Prevention Act, all that stuff, even the Veterans Affairs and stuff like that, these are good policies. I don't support the guy as a person, you know what I'm saying? But I have tried to think separately from how I feel about the guy from what he's done or what he's doing. You see what I'm saying?
I told him if he wasn't specific about what about Kamala Harris's platform is bad, we'd move on.